Great. So hello, everyone. My name is Karina. I'm the founder of Share Your Story with Confidence, a new online community focused on reading and writing creatively. And part of that is today's workshop about journaling, which I'm delivering with my co-host and community member, Talita. And before she begins, before I hand over to her, maybe it would be good to get a quick hi and from you guys. Maybe you can say your name, a little bit about yourself, whether you write a diary or journal or not. And if you have your diary or notebook with you, I'd like you to show it. Yeah, I put 20 seconds, so that's it's a challenge. It's going to be a challenge. I've got a timer on my clock. I've got a timer on my phone, and maybe I'm going to. Okay, Alexandra, thanks for the message. I'm going to do the timer. So look in the chat and check out for your name, and if you see it there, please unmic yourself and introduce yourself. You have to check the chat.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hi there. My name is Alexandra. I'm so happy to be here. I have to leave you earlier. I'm so sorry. I'm a teacher. I teach English. I have a journal. I used to write on Evernote. So I create a note and I write. I started at 3 minutes, only writing 3 minutes, but it was last year.
Stop. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. So I guess with your Evernote, you can't show it to us now. Next.
Hi, I am Carol. I'm a teacher. I'm also a writer. And I have like a diary. It's very beautiful. And so I write everything I want here. And for my classes, I really need to start more journal. So that's it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Welcome, Carol. Next.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Irina. I'm from Ukraine. I'm a teacher. I teach English and Russian. I have my diary. I write mainly gratitude diary and about things like happening every day. And I also write short stories for children. I can show you. This is one, and this is second one. And, okay.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Irina. Oops. And sorry to cut you so short.
Hi, I'm Julie. No, I don't have a diary, and so that's why I'm here. I'm hoping to pick up some tips. I'd love to be able to use that to help my languages as well. And yeah, maybe to do a bit of a gratitude diary in English would be cool.
Perfect timing, Julie. It's as though you practiced. Thank you so much. Next.
Hi, I'm Marilis from Estonia, and I don't write, but sometimes I just draw, and so it looks like I am in wrong place, but I just enjoy Karina's workshops. So maybe I will try to write after.
Thank you so much. Next. Thank you so much, Marilis.
Hello, I'm Sophie. I'm French and I live in the UK. I teach French to adults and I have never written a diary or a journal. But what I'm looking for is to find some ideas on how to create a sort of prompts for my learners, for them to learn on their own and better their French.
I need that. Thank you. Thank you, Sophie. And by the way, if you don't want to speak, also just type that and that will be fine.
Hi, I'm Molly. I live in North Carolina in the US, and I'm not a teacher, but I'm a language learner, and I found out about the workshop through the Women in Language community. So I used to be a really avid journaler in my teens and 20s, but I've kind of fallen off, and I'd like to get the practice back, and I have this notebook.
Perfect. Thank you. Welcome, Molly, and perfect timing. I think we have a few more people.
Hello, my name is Giovanna. I'm from Brazil. I'm sorry about my camera is not working. I work as a secretary, and I have a journal to write some ideas and creativity, some ideas for to work in some stories and tales. I work a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Giovanna. Welcome. Next. 3 more to go, I think. Yes. Ooh. Okay, so I'm going to skip. Baha, can you hear us? Okay, next. Angelique, are you there?
I am. I'm going to turn my camera on momentarily. Hey guys, hey. My name is Angelique. I'm currently based in Illinois. I write occasionally, trying to be on the whole manifestation, mindset. This is my equipment. I just ran upstairs to get it. And yeah, nice to meet you guys and see some new faces.
Perfect timing, Angelique. Thank you so much. And I recognize one more name. Wendy, are you there?
Hi, Karina. Hi, Bea. My name is Wendy. Hi, can you?
I can't hear so well. The connection doesn't seem to be so clear, Wendy.
I think our signal's bad out here, Karina.
Now it's better.
Yeah.
Now it's fine. Wendy, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Wendy?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Super. Hi, everybody. Swana. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Our signal's quite bad out.
Okay. We're going to.
Okay. Hi, my name's Wendy. I'm from Botswana. I've just logged. And I like writing, and that's something I look for in, and I do everything on my phone.
Okay, thank you, Wendy. I couldn't hear so well, but I do know that you were coming live from Botswana, and the signal isn't that great. I have some people who've just arrived and might not know what we're doing. If you are there and you can see your name in the chat, we're just asking you 20 seconds, hello, and a bit about you as per this, what's on the screen. Okay. Oh, we have 2 more, and I don't know if they're ready. Because of timing, maybe we should continue. Talita?
Hello.
Who's that?
That's Claudia.
Oh, Claudia.
Hi. I'm sorry for being late.
No problem.
Well, I have 20 seconds, I think, to introduce myself. So my name is Claudia.
Yes,
I am from Brazil, but I've been living in the Netherlands for the past 11 years. I used to be a diary writer, but I haven't written in a really long time. However, I do have a diary here.
That's fine and perfect. Talita?
Well, thank you everyone for coming. It's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Talita. I'm part of Karina's community writing community. I'm a bit nervous. So I'm from Brazil. Nowadays I live in US. I started writing my diaries when I was 11 years old. And a couple of years ago, I started journaling. I got this from my friend. It's a lot of cats and it's a very cute notebook. And this is my current journaling book. So I hope we can get together today to do some writing as well.
Okay.
Up to you, Karina.
Yeah, I'm just going to do my bit and then back to you. Yeah, I'm Karina from London. I've been in the ELT world for over 10 years now. Very interested in technology, enhanced creative writing. And I've written a diary since I was very young, like an annual diary, an everyday what's going on diary, but not every year. But most years, and this is my current one. Okay, that's me. Back to you, Talita.
All right, so today we are going to have some writing prompts in order to help you guys. First of all, what is journaling? Right? Journaling is a writing technique where we usually reflect on our daily lives. There are many ideas for journaling, but usually for self-reflection, mindfulness, exercising, and then, let me see here in the presentation. Oh, we have the description. Yeah, these are some of the ideas that we have here. You can ask yourself some questions. You can ask questions about what's surrounding you, your connection with people, with the environment you are. So in this first question we have, if you could talk to your younger self that is 1 year back, what would you tell them? That would be one of them. And if you had a lot of time to spend and you could choose something to do, what would that be? Or can you imagine something you cannot imagine living without? It can be a person, it can be something, it can be a feeling. So you can be creative and just try to figure out something that resonates with you. So here's one of the, these are the instructions. You are going to make notes. We were going to come back to the questions shortly. So first of all, you're going to make notes, choose one or two prompts you would like to work on. You can review an example I'm going to show you. And then you can write in our journal entry afterwards. So here is an example. Let me see if I can move around my participant. Just a moment, guys. Okay. Here. If I could come back in time and talk to my 1 year younger self, what would I tell them? So if I could come back in time and I'd tell my 1 year younger self to learn how to become more emotionally resilient in order to grow through this long period of a pandemic. I'd also tell her to enjoy the present moment, which is a good strategy to prevent anxiety. So that's one of the examples. Feel free to write whatever you feel like, and I will come back to the prompts. We are going to give you how much time, Karina? 3 minutes? I think 3 minutes, right?
So my suggestion is that with those 3 discussion prompts, if we put everyone in groups of 3, we've got 15 participants. So if we randomly go into breakout rooms of 3, including ourselves, maybe we can discuss them first.
Sounds good.
To get those ideas kind of out before we start writing. I would say maybe 6, maybe 7 minutes of discussion time.
I need to stop share so I can put the breakout rooms.
One other request, are you able to copy those prompts into the chat? Because then everybody will have them, or I can.
Yeah.
Everyone will have them in the chat to refer to.
There it is.
Okay.
So I will create the breakout rooms here. You're going to be randomly put together. See you soon. There is a small window where you can join the rooms. Just click on the button join breakout room and you guys will be there. Hey, Molly, would you like to join room 5? Okay. Hello, Molly and Shalom, welcome. Can you see the writing prompts? You can, if you don't want to speak, you can use the chat.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so I am in a bit of an awkward place. That's why I wasn't turning on my microphone. But yes, I could see the screen you were sharing, but now I can't. Hold on.
Can you see the chat? Probably on your right. I can share my screen again. I can share my screen again, no problem. Let's see.
Oh, okay. No, I see
in the chat.
I see the chat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, which of those prompts are more appealing to you?
Let me just have a quick read. If I could come back in time. I think, yeah, the second one. The second one. What would I like to spend time on if I had all the time in the world?
What would that be?
For me, probably traveling. Travel.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go?
Oh, all over. But I was probably start close. So I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Shalom. I'm currently in Angola. I don't know if you know where Angola is, but it's
I know. I had a boyfriend who was from there.
Oh, okay.
Fishy.
That's really good. Yeah, so currently I'm here. And I would love to travel to, I think I would start close. So that would be either like Mozambique or Tanzania, like one of the other neighboring, I'm not neighboring, one of the other countries here in Africa. And then I would like jump to other continents.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, if I had the time and the money, but yeah.
I think, yeah, money is something, but time is also, if you don't have the time, how can you do that? So
yeah.
what is stopping you from, like, is it because you're busy at work?
Yes, I mean, the one would be work, the other would be the money for sure. But before I would, I've traveled. I have traveled a little bit more. I mean, right now is also the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yeah, the travel restrictions and this and that, but I think that's the main one right now. Because I have managed to make some time to travel here and there, even if it's just locally. I've always tried to do that. So, but yeah, right now it's just the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, you can plan for the future though.
Yes, and things are starting to open up a little. So I did actually start to look here and there. I know some countries are still accepting people. So yeah, definitely I'll continue planning.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I hope to be able to visit your country too.
Oh yes, whenever you can. Come over for sure. You said, I think I heard you're from Brazil, but you're in the States, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
so there is an Angola community in Brazil.
Yes, I do know a couple of people that have gone there for studies. So I know, yeah, there's a lot of Angolans over there.
Well, I hope you're able to go there as well someday.
Yeah. We hope so too one day.
Thank you so much. And Molly, would you like to share something?
Sure. I was kind of thinking about this first topic. If I could come back in time and talk to my 1 year younger self, what would I tell them?
Yeah.
And I kind of wish that I had taken better advantage of the time in this past year because, it's like a different block of time than most of our lives since we have so many restrictions and all of that. But I think it could still be valuable if you just accepted it and made progress in different areas.
Okay. What would you like to work on?
I think I could develop my career skills more and then also, spend more time on personal endeavors like hobbies and journaling,
Nice. Well, there is still time for that.
That's true, yeah.
But it's nice. I think it's nice to reflect on, what could I have done in 1 year and maybe reflect that from the next year. So I think all of us are still young. I mean, we still have at least a couple of years ahead. So we can plan to do a lot of things. And it's nice to have this perception of time and what could be done and what are the limitations as well, right?
Yeah, that's a really good point. The year can kind of slip by if you don't seize it.
Yeah, sounds good. So I will give you some moments to make notes on your prompts, and we're probably coming back to the main room soon. Okay.
Okay.
Connection is good.
So far, so good?
Yes, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if Bahar is there. Maybe she's having some connection problems. Not sure.
Okay. Well, I just want to check out. We are going to the main room shortly, and then I'll see you there.
All right.
Okay, we're just waiting for everybody to return. So welcome back to the main room. I hope you had a nice discussions about your ideas. Almost everybody is back. Everybody else will be back in 1 second. Is everybody here? I can still see the rooms. Let me see. Karina, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, everybody's back.
Everyone is back.
All right, so did you have time to discuss and did you take notes? You didn't take notes? Would you like to have some, well, now we have some time. I will mute everybody so you have time to write down your ideas, turn the discussion into writing. And after I'll put you guys in different rooms so you can share your writing. And if you have any questions, you can use the chat. You have more 5 minutes just to let you know. All right. If you haven't had the time to finish, you can just wrap up with some feelings, some very short ideas. In the meantime, I will set up the breakout rooms so you can share your writing. I will recreate so you can talk to different people. And for those who came later, you can listen to other people's stories. So I'll see you soon. Hi, Shalom. You can join the room. If you cannot speak, you can only listen to other people's stories. There you go. Hi, Malik. How is it going? Welcome. Thanks for coming. I will put you in a breakout room so you can listen to other people's stories. Let me see here. How difficult was it for you to do the writing and to come up with your ideas and feelings and put them into sentences?
Can we?
Shall I go first?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you go first.
Okay. No, I found it, I enjoyed actually putting down my thoughts, and I found as I got into it more, it seemed to flow a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you would be journaling as a habit?
I think it's definitely something that I could make a habit of doing.
Do you think it's difficult to make it a habit?
No, I think you've just got to make time to do it.
Okay. Yeah. I was telling the ladies in the other breakout room, sometimes you don't need to write a lot. Sometimes you just want to say, okay, today I'm grateful for something in my life. It can be as short or as long as you want. And that's the beauty of journaling, because you you define how much time are you going to spend on doing that. But about today, does anybody else would like to share their writing experience?
Hi, can I share?
Yeah, sure.
It's more, we may not journal every day. We may journal on certain specific days, for example, and maybe on those particular days, we might find it really cathartic.
Yeah.
So it could be like, a window to vent out your happiness, excitement, or sorrow, or a certain specific day, or a kind of instant, like a particular, like a spark has come in your mind and you've got a small post-it and you just scribble out it. It could be that. I mean, it's more like catching the moment or being cathartic at times.
Yeah, there are many different prompts that you can work on if you want, or you can come up with your own ideas. Yeah, thank you. I think Shalom, would you like to talk as well?
Yeah. Thank you. I was just thinking here. So I do not journal, so that's why I just found it interesting to join this this little this lessons because I do not. I've tried to make it a habit. I've honestly have, and I think I just realized that I don't give myself the time to do it, because when you said, okay, we're going to take like a few minutes and we're going to write, I'm like, wow. So here, I just never tell myself, okay, stop everything you're doing, sit down and write. So I guess that's one thing I will do. I will definitely continue doing it. But also for me was, I think too much. So instead of just like writing it, I started thinking, because mine was the second one, right? What would I do if I had more time? So I just started thinking and thinking instead of actually writing what I was thinking. So it was it was kind of funny, but I guess with more practice and just I'll get in the hang of it.
Oh, if you're thinking, you just write what you're thinking. Maybe you can do. I am a thinker too. So sometimes I just write, okay, now I'm thinking a lot about a lot of things, and I haven't been able to organize my writing yet. Yeah. And I read about that also, and that helps me in the long run to be able to think in a more structured way, or just organize my writing easily. Yeah, if there is anybody else who would like to make a comment. Carol said she has to go. Would you like to say something before you leave, Carol? Or she's not there anymore?
I think she might have left.
Yeah. All right. Would everybody, well, some people here are teachers. Do you think journaling could be used in your classroom? Would you like to include journaling in your personal practice or some practice in the classroom?
Hello. Oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Sorry, you may go ahead. I'll talk. No problem.
Okay, you can say something if you want.
Was it my turn? Sorry, I'm not so sure. So what I was going to say is I mainly came here because I wanted to create some kind of PDF to give my French learners prompts for them to do some work at home, because some are quite introvert. So some are really good at writing, but they just freeze when they have to speak. And so I'm looking to create something. So I'm looking into different kind of prompts. But my main query is, their French is good, but it's not perfect. At the moment, we work on a program where they do some work and I'll correct it. So I'll correct the grammar and everything is. But I'm just thinking, if they do something like journaling, it's quite personal. And how would people feel if they were to journal in a different language, but not have their work corrected? I mean, I'll speak other languages, And I don't think my other languages would be good enough for me to journal in. But I'm wondering, would I be happy to write something maybe in bad German? Would I be happy with it? I'm not sure. Have you got any thoughts on, or maybe experiences of having given this to foreigners to write in a different language and without giving feedback on? Hope it makes sense.
Well, I'm thinking that's what's happened now. And perhaps there's a certain freedom in being able to say whatever you want or what you want in another language. I think that being seen, or in this case, allowing somebody else to read what you think, can be important and can be quite powerful. And it doesn't need to be about correction, because I think it could be important enough just to be read, as it were, for somebody else to read your words. And I think what would be good is a response, possibly a response. I don't know if you're trying to completely eliminate the response, but a response, whether it be a question or a comment, a connection with what has been written, rather than, okay, this was spelt wrong and that you should have used a different tense. So you could respond to the writing in the way that you please, right? Oh, you want to follow up with this point, you had a question about that, or can you tell me a bit more about those feelings, or why did or why did that happen? You could just explore further what has been written. Yeah. And just a few more ideas. The fact that maybe you think your students are not so strong in the language. So, of course, brainstorming, the way that we kind of discussed our ideas first, can help for getting to the actual writing.
Okay. Because I think it would help some of them to just do something at home. It can be every day, once a week, just for their own work. Instead of just being the work that they do with me every week, it could be more like when people talk to them in a general conversation, they would have thought about some of those things and looked up the words. That's the way I look at it, as a sort of extension of what I do. But thank you.
Thanks, Sophie. I know that maybe Julie was going to say something, and I see Claudia has her hand up. Julie, did you? No, sorry, that was a mistake. Sorry, maybe it was somebody else. Claudia, go ahead.
Well, I'm also a teacher. I've never used this diary or journaling with my student, but when I was a student, actually, I used it a lot, because I started studying English when I was 11. And I actually had the habit of writing, and I didn't want my mom to understand what I was writing. So I used to write everything in English. When I read my diaries back now, I can't understand what I wrote. My English was so bad that even when I try to translate literally from Portuguese to English, I don't understand myself what I meant. But that definitely, now I look back and I see that really helped me, because I did it for years. And then it's really funny when I read my diaries, when I was like 12, 13, they're horrible. But when I was 16, the grammar was like really good. And I was like, wow. And nobody ever corrected. I did it from my own initiative. So I think it is good, but I don't know how to do this with my students.
Well, yeah, you're giving a really good example about what I was saying to Sophie, but maybe I wasn't so clear. That, allowing people to express themselves is so important and so valid, even if it's not crystal clear, what is being said, right? The act of self-expression is the main thing and the main goal. So thank you.
They feel confidence in just putting out what they want to say. Because I think the lack of confidence when learning a new language or improving a language is that we we are so focused on saying the correct thing, or, oh my God, they're going to judge me if I make mistakes. So if you allow them just to write the way they feel comfortable with in the beginning, so eventually they can improve the other skills. Angelique.
Actually, I just saw somebody write something in the chat that relates to what I'm going to say. So I taught, I don't know, the pandemic has me in multiple places, right? So I teach in China, and I actually use the movie Freedom Writers in one of my leadership studies classes. And then I have my students buy a journal or a notebook, and the goal was for them to kind of see the way that writing changed these students' lives, but how it could also change their lives, right? Because we're talking about leadership, and everyone can be a leader in a culture where they say that's actually not the way we do things. And so having them reflect on like projects that they were doing to make a change in the community, right? And the difficulties that they were meeting doing that, and how it made them feel. And so I told them that their journals were for them. It's not for a grade, but you get participation points for writing, right? And then I would take their notebooks and I would read them. My students are always really surprised that I read their work, even if it's a big paper. Like I'll print out the paper and I'll make comments, and then I'll put it in a digital format for them to get feedback. So for their journals, I would just go through and read it, right? And sometimes they're not talking about anything related to class, but they don't have the experience or experience. They don't have the option, that's the word I'm looking for, to practice their English as they would like, and possibly not in an academic setting. So they would be writing about music or food, because I like to eat and I like to cook. So they talk about things that they try. And so, and I would respond, "Oh, that's really cool," but nothing like, was discussed earlier, like nothing about their grammar, nothing about their spelling. It was just kind of like a quick note to let them know I read and I appreciated, what was going on in their circumstance or in their life at that time.
Thanks for that, Angelique. I wanted to maybe wrap this up by talking about timing. Maybe you thought, oh, Karina, Talita, you didn't give us much time. I wanted more time to write, but I think that when you are starting out and even thinking about students, to get people focused, it's actually better to start with a smaller amount of time and then kind of build up. And so I think it was Shalom who was saying that, she was just thinking. But when you have this kind of little time pressure, okay, guys, 1 minute to get it down. And I think that's a really good way to start, actually, just with a minute or a couple of minutes, and then you can actually slowly increase that writing time. Okay, I was going to talk a little bit about the benefits of journaling, which we pretty much touched on as we've been speaking here at the end. I was talking about getting out your ideas, processing your ideas, expressing yourself, exploring further those ideas through writing. It helps you to organize your ideas and your thoughts, establish what's more or less important to you. And by completing something, by completing a piece of writing, there's kind of a sense of achievement, right? It can be good for your mental health. I definitely think of writing as therapy. You can reflect on your problems. You can write through difficult situations in a safe space, which is your own, personal diary or your own notebook. The notebook or your diary is not going to judge you. You can get your frustrations out. Let's say you do that at the end of the day. You go to bed feeling kind of refreshed and a little bit lighter. And I think that it can also help you get a bit more creative. You might start looking at things through different perspectives. You know, we had one prompt and maybe you looked and talked about it from one point of view, and you could look at it from another point of view. And it's a way and a time to connect kind of new and old ideas, right? And, you know, that's the essence of creativity. Did I miss anything? Any more benefits that anyone wants to add? Okay, we are at the end, but before I let you go, we've had this just over an hour of kind of creativity and creative writing, and I am organising a creative writing club that you might be interested in. Thank you, Talita. So this free monthly workshop is just 1 hour a month, but I am looking to kind of develop a more regular creative practice, me alongside you. And so my kind of thesis is 1 hour a week. And again, it doesn't sound like much, but if it's focused and if it's regular, I think that it can be impactful and even transformative. So it's actually going to start next week. The pilot is going to be in April, and I'm going to be experimenting with different types of activities, synchronous and asynchronous. And what I mean is by that is a couple of live sessions, a couple of prompts with feedback, and a one-to-one session with me. I'm going to propose that you pay what you think it's worth at the end of the month and give me some feedback as well. And that will help me to kind of tailor it going forward. I think that's about it. Talita?
Oh, I just want to thank you for this opportunity. I took part in Karina's, I met Karina because of her writing course, and that helped me boost my confidence in order to write more and pursue my writing goals. I had stopped writing for a long time, and then I came back, and now I don't want to stop again. And I encourage you guys to either join Karina's club or try your writing, journaling, whatever rocks your boat, and that you are able to keep writing. I think it's a good way to reflect on your life, your daily practices, your goals. So we mentioned all the benefits before, but then, yeah, and I hope to see you around soon. Just want to say thank you.
And me too. Thank you for everyone. I hope you enjoyed the session. We're going to stop recording now and say goodbye and see you next time.
Oh, well, can we take a picture? I forgot that.
Picture. Yes, that's it. Do you want to stop sharing your